Divine, is it going? The first live here. Smart Money with Thiago Malena. Welcome aboard. This is my first video. For those who don't know me, my name is Thiago Malena, and I am here to bring you some news and analysis and about the investing and crypto and stock market world. I wanted to give a shout out to my first subscribers, Ravi Machado, Kevin. I met Kevin the other day in San Francisco, and we chatted a little bit about some crypto, and he got very lucky in my opinion, but was smart enough. I have to congratulate him for taking the chance and putting himself out there. But he bought Shiba at very cheap prices, and also bought Mana at very cheap prices actually, and was making some good returns. But unfortunately, did not know a whole lot about investing and trading. He just got on the boat, signed up, made an account, and bought a few coins, and he was lucky to buy cheap enough. He's been holding it for a while, but never took the chance um, to really educate himself. So he subscribed to my channel, and we are here to help people like Kevin to get to know a little bit more about what they're doing, how they're doing, and how can they do better to make simple for the average person, to learn how to invest and trade in the crypto space and also in the stock market. So many hot stocks that can be traded, invested, or or just analyzed, and so you can understand what's going on out there, and help you to understand how to go look for better opportunities. But anyways, exciting to be here in the first video. Of course, this will be probably mainly just me here for now, but we're gonna analyze, the stock market, what's happening in the markets these days, Nasdaq and S&P 500 will be the indexes we will analyze the most, in my opinion. Of course, they all four are very important, and we'll go through all four literally every day, but definitely we'll give a little bit more focus sometimes in one or the other, like I said. And but we will analyze all four of the indexes, so we can understand a little bit more what's happening in the markets. Now, it's what I like to call a top-down analysis on the market. You go and you start your day by really analyzing what's going on in the whole financial world, in the financial markets in the US, and then you analyze the four indexes that represent, the economy pretty much in the United States. And then from there you have an idea of what's going on there, and then you can dig deeper, and look for better opportunities in what's doing good in the market at that moment, if you're looking for something that is a little more short term. And then there's other ways we can analyze the market as well, and look for a more broader and longer perspective of what's happening, where the money is moving, so you can actually follow the trends, and always have a better chance to find good opportunities in the market to invest and trade, right? And then that same analysis can be used for cryptocurrency. We will also, of course, be analyzing the crypto market, inevitable and indispensable part of the financial world these days. Definitely disrupting everything in all sectors, in all spectrums of life. If you think about it, literally, it's revolutionizing a whole generation, a whole industry. I definitely think it's gonna revolutionize the world in a way that perhaps we haven't seen in quite a little bit, right? I mean, of course, we have had some pretty amazing. The internet itself was something that blew everybody's mind and really opened the doors to so many amazing things, like the cryptocurrency world, and like you and me being able to trade even just stocks itself, right? Before the internet, it was practically impossible for the average person to come in the markets and use platforms like we have these days, that have free trading and free commission and all of that, and allow you to be able to participate in this beautiful world of putting your money to work for you, using your brain to analyze, understand trends, and understand where the money is going, and be able to capture, some of that water coming down the tap, because that's what all it is. When you learn how to um, invest and trade, and you learn about systems, how to build a portfolio and how to manage your portfolio, your positions, that's pretty much how tapping on the water, opening and closing the water, as you, not as you want, of course, because I don't want to make it sound that it's easy. It's definitely not, especially without education, right? And I will say up front, this is not a channel, to be giving you hot tips and when to buy something here and there. I'm never gonna tell you when to buy, or when to sell. You do you. This is not, signals channel. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here literally for education purposes and a little bit of entertainment, of course, and analysis of the market. A little bit of what's going on in the economy that affects directly the markets. And help you to navigate in a simple way, hopefully, for the average person to understand what's going on out there and how can they participate in the world of investing and making your money work for you, right? I mean, there's many different ways you can do that, of making your money work for you. You can build a business that can generate money for you while you sleep. You can hire people to work for you, and you can, eventually have these people working for you while you're not working, making you money. Or you can put your money in investments, real estate, stock market, and many different other vehicles that can generate money for you. And that's the whole idea, right? It's to learn how to free up your time and have money growing for you while you're doing activities that enhance your own abilities and knowledge, so you can use your time better and have better choices and know how to take advantage of your time, and put your time into things that will generate even more success and returns and rewards, right? But well, enough of the philosophy for now. Let's start digging into the markets. I'm going to share my screen right now with you guys. And let me see here. Sorry, we're starting on a Sunday, a little bit late, but let's see how we started the week. We are here on the S&P. Here. I'm gonna need this. Okay. Well, we are here with the S&P 500. Here, starting the week. Oh. Starting the week on the 0-0. It's Sunday night right now. The markets are open for just a few hours now in the Asian markets, where the sun has already risen, and we're not probably going to see a whole lot of movement, honestly, until the markets here in the US start moving in the East Coast, New York time around 9:30 a.m. in the East Coast, 6:30 a.m. here in the West Coast, where we are here in Cali. So here's the S&P 500. So really just starting the day above the 9 moving average, which is a momentum moving average, right? Moving average is nothing else more than a line that it's drawn to tell you the average of the last, in this case, 9 closing previous days, right? So it's an average line that tells you on the average of every 9 days, that's where the closing of that 9 days usually is. So it's bullish because it is above the 9 moving average right there. So we are just coming off of what I see, in my opinion, as a bullish retracement on the S&P 500. S&P 500, which it has been rising for the last month, right? Since it has kind of gone a little sideways, downtrend-ish for a couple of months there, for about a month, let's say, over here. It finally found its bottom and inverted the trend right here. Well, actually inverted the trend right here. Here it just came back to test a little bit of that, support again to come back up. You form a little head and shoulders here. Boom. Então, head and shoulders broke out of the resistance over here at 4,500. S&P, it absolutely went on a little jog for like Forrest Gump. He went on a whole, I think, eight streak of winning days, which is pretty amazing, right? It doesn't always do that. It did hit back here again. So for the past month, the S&P has absolutely just run a phenomenal, amount of race there, to say the least. I don't want to say necessarily ran a marathon, but I would say you ran a half a marathon at least. So he came here to take a little bit of a breathe and get some water and really regain its energy. What it's looking like right here with this candle from Friday, which broke above the 9 moving average again. And today, even though it's on the barely moving percentage at the moment, it's at least opening up above the 9 moving average. If we lose the 9 moving average here in the support, I expect it to kind of come down and test the 20 moving average. So it might come down to the 4,600 level, where we will probably see a somewhat of a double bottom-ish, and I think it's going to do a W pattern. And after the W pattern here, it's going to break and run that last bull run of the year. I think the Christmas rally, it seems like it will come. The Fed has been pretty dovish on its statements in the last couple of weeks, which is why we are seeing the market continue to throttle up. So here's the S&P. Real quick, I'm just gonna change the daily for the weekly. As you can see, look at this in the last 1 year since it hit that bottom on the pandemic on March last year. 2,100, it's 4,700, more than doubled in year and a half. Jesus, that's insane. That's insane return for for an index, by the way, right? But it happens. We're seeing every time we have a bear market, it just shoots right back up. It doesn't even stay there long, and it's getting quicker and faster every time. Pay attention. Next time you see a 20% sell-off in the market, buy the fucking dip. Well, anyways, here on the S&P weekly, bullish, very bullish. I would say on what I like to use, the +3 to -3 rank in how bullish or how bearish I am in positions. I like to use the 0 for neutral, then +1, +2, +3, and then -1, -2, and -3 for bullish or bearish. So then, knowing whether I'm 1, 2, or 3 and how bullish I am in a position, I know what strategies I'll be using on the opportunities that I will eventually encounter in the market, and then the same for bearish, right? So here I am bullish. 1, 2, 2 on the S&P, right? I mean, it is kind of consolidating here for a couple weeks Fair enough, because it's been running pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles of 5 weeks of green candles there. Then even last week, where we had a little dojo of like an indecision candle there for the week, we are seeing this week coming in kind of quiet thus far. So meaning there's no really big threats in the Asian market per se. Otherwise, we might have seen a spill of that into the S&P 500. But as we can see, there's nothing really going on in the S&P yet, so I don't expect too much of a sell-off tomorrow morning. So I expect this to perhaps give a week more. So maybe this coming week, it will be a little bit more of a neutral week, and give some time for some stocks, some setups in the market to take place, for then perhaps next week we start working as a market overall better altogether going up. Of course, there's always opportunities. Even if the market is going sideways, there's always one or two opportunities here and there that you can scout, that are a little bit more bullish or a little more bearish. So you can try to use a little bit of, volatility to your favor to increase a little bit of the premiums you'll be making on your trades there, right? But again, there's definitely some hot stocks in the market right now lately that have been trading pretty volatile, of course, but if you know how to play them, they have been pretty good to you. I tell you that. They have been pretty good to me, at least, and I will share with you a little bit after I finish up real quick all these indexes. So S&P, for those who don't know, who are just coming in right now and don't understand about all the indexes in the US, the S&P is the index that tracks the 500 biggest companies in the US. Whether they are internationally or not, they are the 500 biggest companies in the US, whether they do business abroad or not. Of course, they're the 500 biggest, so therefore they all do business abroad, right? So 500 are the biggest companies. You got Apple, you got Tesla, you got Amazon, all the names you can possibly imagine, Netflix, all these big guys, these big caps, they're all there, right? So S&P is probably the not probably, I would say it is, the most important index in the US. If you talk about the markets, everybody knows S&P 500, and I think it's probably what most people know about, and also it's the most analyzed. So, anyways, that's the S&P 500. Like I said, right there, looking for that continuation pattern and breaking, right here. There you go. It's a little slow, but and breaking the $4,700 stop right there. It's 47.11, but I would say that it's likely that we'll see another record high on the S&P 500. If not this week, probably in the coming weeks. I still think we are gonna top that 47.11. If not, it's when this breaks, if the support fails, and especially if this support fails, then we might be looking at a deeper retracement there. Then I think it will take a little longer for sure to see a new high on the S&P. Okay, so that was the S&P. Let's real quick look at the NASDAQ, which is a lot of biotech stocks, health stocks. There's a lot of, it's more of a growth index, right? So there's a lot of the tech companies there, communications, Facebook, and all these companies inside the NASDAQ. It's like 100 companies, and it is definitely being also hot in the past month. It has had a good retracement. It pulled back all the way to the 20 moving average, which is a more of a small or short-term swing trade to a medium-term swing trade, I think. So it's pulling back a little bit deeper than a regular retracement that would have been pulled back to the 9 MA, which is a more momentum, more short-term momentum trade, study, not day trade, but it can be used when you're day trading on the intraday frame. But right now, it is holding right now above the 9 MA, starting the week holding above the 9 MA. So it is a very bullish sign. It will likely continue from here, and I can imagine and I can see a bigger part. It hitting top highs 16,448. I don't think it's gonna break right through. I think it will hit, come back to test the 9 one more time, just give back a few $100 there, and then we'll probably see, all of these hot stocks, if they really trade, the setups are appropriate. A lot of the good stocks and the momentum stocks are gonna push the Nasdaq higher in the coming couple of weeks. Although there is the week of Thanksgiving, it's a short week, 3-day week, so I don't know. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, here real quick, the weekly. Bom, Nasdaq, there you go, weekly, also almost forming a little bullish flag on the weekly. Okay. Right, come on. Sorry, it's super slow. It's like a sloth driving a Ferrari. Nick. If you guys FK do know what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. Russell 2000. Come on. RTY. Right here, my brother. Come on. All right. There you go. Russell 2000. What a beautiful pattern. Come on. Jeez Louise. Okay. There you go. Huh? Oh, here. No, sorry, I just lied right on my face, and I'm so tired already because it's 11:50. Sorry, but I am gonna record this for you guys. I'm gonna finish this up today. My first video, if my thing allows me to. Look at there. There you go. Here. There you go. No. Hi. Woo! You worked. There you go. So Russell 2000 of small caps stocks inside the 2000 Russell 2000 index. So they're all small to mid-sized companies. So what happened is that they are mainly business in the US. None of them have exposure outside the US. So these companies are truly the needy and greedy mom and pop shops in the US. If you think about Russell 2000, that's kind of what it is pretty much. The smaller companies, that not the 500 plus employees companies, but they're kind of up to that level. So they're smaller companies, smaller caps, just a few $100 million to, at the most a few $1 billion. They're not the giants of hundreds of millions of dollars, perhaps dozens of billions of dollars of market caps, but doesn't go much higher than that, right? So just trying to simplify, so which is has been on the sideways trend, which is kind of what he always does, right? It has breaking out of the resistance of the sideways trends that's been going on for a while in a very bullish sign. So we broke out, tested new tops, 2460, tracked down on the bullish retracement, beautiful classic. You retraced right to the 9MA, which is the momentum moving average. You always remember the 9 momentum moving average, right? So if it holds the 9 and it keeps on trending up, it's a very strong bullish sign for the Russell 2000. So then we could expect, it would still does what it does by itself. I can say you can look at something in the chart and all of a sudden something happen, it does something completely different. But it looks to me that it's definitely trending the 9 moving average, and we can see some new highs in the coming future for the Russell 2000. A lot of good opportunities therefore within the Russell 2000 index, right? So you look at the index is doing well, the setup in the index as well. You just go dig deeper into the what it's in the index of the Russell 2000 that I can be looking for good opportunities. Because if that's the setup in the index, you bet that there's good setups just like that within the stocks in the index, that could even provide you with some better returns than to play the index itself. Okay, so that's the Russell. There you go on the weekly. How beautiful! It broke above the resistance. It closed the weekly above the resistance. Last week, it made a little doji just to test the support. And I believe that it might even test the support this week here. But I don't think it's going to stay here. If it tests this week here at some point in one of the days, if it does track down a little bit, I think we'll see a shoot right back up and bring us a new time high. I think it will be a temporary pullback on an intraday or something like that, because the Russell has been absolutely on fire the last couple weeks. So that's the Russell. Now we're gonna go to the Dow Jones, which is more industrial stocks. It's about 30 stocks in the Dow Jones. Very important index too for the United States, although it was at once one of the most important in the industrial revolution that we had in the United States. But that was a while back. Now the Russell still, of course, plays a huge role because there's huge companies like Caterpillar, John Deere, the big heavy, machinery that build the backbone of America, right? So therefore, absolutely important. But on the eyes of investors and traders, especially the more younger crowd, that is not a place where they tend to look for opportunities very much, which unfortunately, because there's also some good opportunities at the Dow Jones too. When the Dow is doing well, that could bring you some smiles on your face as well, right? So it's all about knowing what to look for, in what areas of the market to look for, understand what's happening in the economy and in the world, in the macro economies, and also in the micro economy, right, of your own country, in a sense, because it's harder to play within the US, a specific area of the state per se, because companies are spread all over the place. But you can tackle, from within the US or more abroad and international stocks as well. But Dow Jones, it's also companies, American companies, of course, but companies that also have exposure to international markets, right? Just like Caterpillar export their tractors abroad, and John Deere do as well. There are other companies in the Dow Jones that, of course, have exposure abroad. So they're big companies as well. Some companies more in the sectors of defense, and it is perhaps a more conservative index, in my opinion, right? This is all my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. We're just here for entertainment and education purposes only. The idea is to help you to understand what the market is, you know, what parts of the market exist, how do you scout for good trades or positions. There are opportunities in the stock market and also opportunities in the crypto market, which we will be kind of mixing up both a little bit and bringing, you know, just some like the top on the stock market on that day, and the top, of course, the most important on the crypto market. So, well, I think we're having some technical issue. My goodness, eu estou super tired. 30 minutes, and it's been a long day. Man, my computer doesn't want to work. Okay. Are you serious, dude? Are you serious, dude? Let me see this. It really stopped. It really stopped. Okay. Uh, no save. I don't know what's going on. Come on, really, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ah, looks like my app just. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say, it looks like my app just simply gave a fuck to me. It just gave me the finger. Look at that. Jeez, I need a new computer. For those who are not seeing, I think you might be seeing actually. There's the corner here. If you wanna help, donate some Bitcoin right there. You can send me some Bitcoin to help me to purchase some new equipment to be bringing some better life to you guys. There you go. Finally get to see the Dow Jones didn't want to be seen. Just like the other indexes, was trending up, pulled back, classic retracement, went right in between the 9 and the 20. Beautiful. If it breaks above the 9 and creates momentum, we can see some really good stocks within the inside the index on the Dow to perform well, right? So this is it. Real quick, I can't help but not to I'll bring silver real quick, and I'll bring gold as well, because I think they are important. It's blowing my mind how slow my computer is. Jesus Christ. There you go. Holy mom. Okay. Silver. Woo, beautiful. Testing that 200-day moving average, which is a long-term, long window. What do you like? Long-term, you know, important moving average. It always works as a strong resistance or a strong support. So it worked here as a strong support. It broke. Then it worked as a strong resistance. It gave out. We trended for 3 months, 4 almost practically down in a sideways kind of downish pattern. Look what it's doing on the long term. One shoulder, one head, one shoulder. Inverted head and shoulders. You will break the line here again eventually, which is the 200, I believe, considering what the Fed is doing. I can see how silver and gold are gonna pick up some price, because the Fed is really literally shitting on the dollar. So we will see asset prices, the alternative to that, to go up in price, even though crazy enough the dollar continues to go up as well, which it doesn't make any freaking sense, but go figure. Anyways, so if it breaks above here, above the 200, we can see a upward trend on the silver asset. It has already formed here a top, lower, like a higher high, lower high, higher high, we might come down here, see a lower high, and then we'll hit that 200 and break out of the 200 moving average, which is a long. There's a word about the long window that I will remember, and I will tell you later. It ran out of my head right now, out of my mind. But so, anyways, and here's the gold. Gold beautifully in uptrend as well. It had come down and tested, almost did a little double bottom here. I mean, pretty much that's what it did. I do need that Epic pen, man. That's so true. Too bad they don't have for Mac. For my Mac, at least. Has to be a new fancy Mac to make that work. But as you can see here on the white line, it worked as a support before, right here. Then it broke. It worked as a resistance for a long time, for 6 months practically. And then now it broke the resistance. It's trending up above the resistance again. Oh, look how all the moving averages are shooting up. This is a big, beautiful, bullish signal, in my opinion, for gold. It's giving up a little bit right now. Perhaps went a little too far. We might come down here and test this breakout. Might come back to hit the 9 over here and then start running again. But again, considering what the Fed is doing, I think gold is still gonna go up. And then real quick for you guys here, this is the dollar. Even though the Fed is shitty on it, it continues to go up because, like I've heard it that saying before, it is still the king of the crap. So if the other currencies are even crappier, they're eventually gonna pile in the crappiest or in the least crappiest of them all, which is in the case the dollar, which is still the world currency, right? Where is the currency that it's most used in the world, right? And may one day lose that reserve status because of how much garbage, policies we've had in this country for decades now. But, let's leave that for another moment, right? I'm not giving a rant right now about the stupidity of the Federal Reserve Bank and the politicians in power that keep pressuring the president of the Federal Reserve to keep this interest rate lower, just kicking the can down the road, inflating more asset bubbles, and empowering and enriching the wealthy more and more, spreading the disease of inequality of income, which is the biggest inequality of them all. You can think that race or whatever it is, but no, inequality of income is the biggest disgrace in the whole planet, right? Poverty makes people do some really crazy shit, right? Because they get desperate, and honestly, there's a lot more people that commit crimes and go crazy and do things unthinkable because of desperation, right, than because of any other reason, in my opinion. So anyways, that is the dollar. Here we go. I'm just gonna analyze a couple quick stocks. Woo, they were hot lately. Tesla, of course, had a huge run after earnings, strong outlook. It broke from the 880s and it went all the way up to 1243. What a freaking run. And then Elon Musk tweeted, should I sell 10% of my gains or whatever, 10% of my portfolio in Tesla? And the stock just tanked. People were like, yeah, let me sell first then, dude. And just sold ahead of him. I don't know if he sold or not. I don't think it's that easy. He needs to file some paperwork with SEC to ask permission to dump his shares. So I don't know if he's done it yet. Probably not, in my saying. But here's the stock. It tried to recover last week. It just closed about the 20 moving average. Not a good sign. I think still bullish. overall, still holding support over here. If it wants to come to close the gap, we will see a Tesla at $900, where it's gonna hit the 50 moving average, and I'll tell you that if it hit $900 at a 50 moving average, I am going long, because it is a strong support. And I'm gonna start adding here. I'm not gonna go long all in. Of course, I'm not stupid, but I'll dip my feet here a little bit just in case it retraces a little bit longer and comes past the 100, which I don't think is gonna happen. Test the 800, but it's possible. Then perhaps I'll add a little bit more over here. But I am still bullish. I did make some money on the way here. I got out before I even hit the top, to be honest. I didn't even got out on the top here. I got out before that. So I actually not in anymore. And Tesla, of course, like I said, I got out. But I am waiting for another good setup, because when it works and when you can get it right, it can be some good trades. Okay, it's a good liquid stock. It's probably one of the most liquid stocks. Liquid options, meaning you can leverage a little bit of your trades with all the education necessary. Of course, education is number one. Like I said in the side up there, if you see, it's smart money, but it's not about the money being smart. It's about you being educated and you taking time to invest in yourself, because that's finally and ultimately the best investment. It's in you. If you don't invest in yourself first, doesn't matter what you buy, you will eventually on the long run lose money if you don't learn appropriately. So, and that's why we are here for, to teach you, educate you, and help you navigate this crazy world it can be, if you're not educated, of the financial markets and investing and trading. Okay, so if you like that content, don't forget to always, hit the subscribe button, the, thumbs up, so YouTube knows that you like our video and can share with more people and put in front of more people, so more people can get educated about markets and investing, and they can try to make, life a little bit easier for them in the future and learn how to actually make a little bit of the money that they earn so dearly and hardly to work for them, and eventually generate and accumulate enough so one day they can retire. Especially people like me who are independent contractors, who are people who do not actually have, a regular W-2, a regular job that contributes to a retirement account. I had to go in myself and learn how to invest and learn how to open a retirement account and learn how to start saving by myself, and learn how to do that, because I had not, a company. I didn't have a company that were there opening it, helping me open, and putting the money there for me every month, taking a little bit of my paycheck and doing that. I didn't have that. I had to go and learn how to do it. I had to do it myself, and you should too. Especially if you don't have yet, a retirement account, you don't have a brokerage account, to buy some stocks, to invest a little bit of your money, and educate yourself, again, like I said, to learn how to make your money work for you. You're eventually going to be running after the money. You're going to be running and working for the money for the rest of your life, So let's try to educate ourselves to better ourselves and put ourselves in better situation. And there's never a better time than right now to start doing, It's not too late, never is too late, You know why I say it's not too late? Because you're sitting here, you're watching, and you are alive. It doesn't matter how old you are, it's never too late. I started at 35, 36 years old, which kind of can be considered a bit late, but you know what? I said it's never too late. I'm learning this, I'm taking control of my financial life, and I am doing so. I've been doing it for 6 years now, absolutely love it. I love it so much that I decided to share with you right there across the screen what is my experience and how I've been becoming successful at this. I'm not saying I became a multi-millionaire and anything, but my mindset has changed. It changed my attitude towards money, towards thinking about money, and towards how do I put my money at the right place, and how do I analyze, investigate, and how do I advance and develop those skills so I can better, make decisions. And that kind of goes all over life. You learn this here. Excuse me. You can eventually introduce that in all other aspects of your life. So, and then eventually, slowly, with time, because it's not about how fast you can run, but it's how constant can you keep running, right? It's not like I want to double, triple, quadruple overnight. No. How can I make sure that I always have gains, even if small, constantly in the long run? Because that's what's going to make you money in the long run. So don't come here thinking I'm going to be giving you, some insane trades that you're going to make a zillion percent, overnight. It doesn't happen like that. It's extremely rare that something skyrocket like that. With stock market, there are some really huge gains at times. You got to be lucky to be in one of those stocks. And I say lucky because you don't know what's going to happen, right? And sometimes you're lucky to get in, the company get bought, and there's 100x overnight, right? But who knows? In crypto, yeah, crypto is an insane world, and we'll get into it as well. But here's Tesla. We're looking for a better setup, and let's keep an eye on Tesla. There's so many others. If you want to play the crypto world in the stock market, there's some proxies from Bitcoin that I love to trade. I've been making some really good money lately on, and it's one of them is Mara, which is digital holdings, right? Marathon Digital Holdings. They are a blockchain miner, so been doing really well. Made an all-time high at 83, retraced to the 9 moving average, the momentum, and look how beautiful it is being trading on the 9. Look if you keep trading on the 9. I've been stopped a couple of times on the way up, especially on this candle here. I definitely got out. As soon as it crossed this, I was out. So I got out here. I bought again right here. Not here. I didn't buy here. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to buy in a red huge ass candle like this because it could have kept on coming down. But when I looked intraday, I bought it right here. I bought a little bit here again. I dipped my feet because it could have still turned down. And then when he gave me the signal, I added some more here. Right? You got to do wisely. You don't go in all once. You go very small when you hit support, just in case support isn't really that support and it breaks and it goes even lower, then you have a very small position. Your loss is very small if you get triggered on a stop, and then you wait for that confirmation to get in with a little bit more in case that confirmation of an uptrend in this case is confirmed, right? I would not add it more unless I had that confirmation on that second green candle, which was a very good confirmation in my opinion. But again, I was cautious. I added a little bit more, not a whole lot. And you know what? Because it was Friday. Markets are now open Saturday and Sunday, but Bitcoin is 24/7, and Mara tracks right along Bitcoin because it's a very close proxy of Bitcoin because it's a Bitcoin miner. So what did I do? I entered just a smaller position, added just a smaller position more to Mara, because I did see also on the charts of Bitcoin that unless something very wrong would go wrong, that Bitcoin would go lower from where it was and it would break support. Otherwise, I believed that on Monday we would come to have a healthy Monday start to the market. Always a gamble on the weekends. I never like to hold many positions. If it's a short-term position, I don't hold over the weekends. I like to sell on Fridays unless the chart is really good, very bullish. I maybe take some profits or something, but I don't like to hold very much trades over the weekends. For smaller trades, at least, for like short-term trades, for position trades and longer swing trades, I may, because it can also do this. It can also gap up on a Monday. Wow, on a Tuesday or something. But like from Friday to Monday. but so I sometimes leave a little bit of exposure, but not enough that you could wipe me out unless if it gapped all the way down the next Monday. So there's Mata, really good setup right here, really good stock to keep an eye on if you're playing Bitcoin and you're not playing Bitcoin directly, or if you're playing Bitcoin but still like to play a proxy of Bitcoin, you can do Mata as well. There's also Hut, which is being in a absolutely beautiful uptrend. Uh, gorgeous, gorgeous chart. I cannot even say anything bad about it. Look at that. Positive earnings per share. You know, it was expected to come in at 10 cents per share. It came in at 12 cents per share. You know, so beat the estimation right there on the earnings per share in the last earnings call on the 11th, which was last week. We saw the response on the market, and that's what I say. It doesn't matter what you think, what investors think, or what matters is what the chart is showing us, because the price is the ultimate, the ultimate word for the sentiment of the investors, right? So you can hear all the news you want, you can have all your buyers you want, but price is the ultimate word. That's it. Price is it, right? So price is showing us that it likes the results. It likes where Bitcoin is going. It likes where this Hut 8 Mining Corporation is going. Another Bitcoin miner right there. And really, really good trend. I will look to add a position to it on Monday itself if it gives me a confirmation of uptrend here. If it confirms on this green candle on Monday, tomorrow morning, I will be entering a position there, right? So, not saying you should, I'm saying I will if it gives me the right um, uh, triggers, of course, and cautiously at first, just to see if it's a really confirmation, and then we'll go from there. So, there's Hut. Oh my goodness, there's so many stocks. Here's one I've been playing very well. LLKF, LLKKF, Canadian miner of lithium. Lithium Lake Resources, it's apparently one of the most clean lithium miners out there. So that's why I chose to buy them as well. I try to be conscious of my choices of what I buy. What I trade, I still don't like to trade certain things because I have personal beliefs and personal views. So I don't like to trade them because my bias gets on the way. So I've learned that instead of fighting with my bias, I just rather leave some stuff, some stocks alone because there's plenty of other stocks out there for me to trade, and I don't have to be picking fights with with giants that I have personal intricacies with, or shenanigans, I should say. But Lake Resources, it's one of them. It's mining, so I don't kind of really like to invest in mining companies, even though it's necessary because of all the ecological, environmental disruption and effects that it has. That's why I don't like to invest on them, but I understand that it's necessary as society for development of products, right? Products that we use and that we need, some that we don't really need, but very much. But in this case, lithium, electric cars, I don't know, unless they have a better technology for cars, we will have to use lithium for a while for these batteries. And I got in. I have 15,000 shares at 50 cents. So I got in right here when it broke out. Bang! I bought 15,000 shares, and I'm riding this wave. That's a big wave. It's a beautiful wave. It's a beautiful wave. It's even forming the wave. And I want it to keep on going up. I don't want this wave to break. I want to surf it forever. I want this stock 75 cents now. I got in at 50, topped 86, retraced, beautiful retracement. Look at the Fibonacci. Fibonacci. No, sorry. It's just a Fibonacci extension. No, dude, I want the Fibonacci retracement. What the fuck? You know, it was the Fibonacci extension there. There you go. Fibonacci extension of Fibonacci retracement. There you go. Was it here? Was it here? Oh, it wasn't here. Whatever. Well, here. Boom. Look. Boom. Right at 38%. Right around 38%. Classic retracement. Classic bullish retracement. I actually want to add more to this position when it breaks out over here, which is a break of a resistance right there. And then the next resistance is 86. Beautiful chart. No good if it breaks 70 or 69 and something. Then you might want to come down and go look for that 59, 60 cents. Well, I am long term on it, but still, I wouldn't like to take in. I may take a little bit of profit here and then rebuy it if it comes down the track, you know, and test the 50-day moving average. That's a good sell and a good rebuy. I wouldn't sell my whole position because I still bought it at 50. So I would sell maybe half of my position here. Then I'll rebuy it a little bit when it comes down to 60. And if it comes down to 53, I will load up the freaking truck. This baby has been, and this is the second time I'm on it with 15,000 shares. I already made double my amount on the 10,000 shares I've had it previously when it came up way back over here. I doubled, went to 3, 4, to almost 6 or 5. I had it, I don't even know. And then I bought it again. So, yep. Was it? Yeah, I think that was it. Anyways, Tai, there you go for you. LLKKF, another beautiful stock. Now let's talk some crypto. Let me close this. Wow. By the way, for those who don't know, I actually have a Brazilian channel. I'm from Brazil originally. So I do have a channel in Portuguese that I talk mostly about cryptocurrency. I don't talk about stocks there, mostly because the stocks I talk about are here in the United States. And in Brazil, they don't have access to most of the stocks from here. So I focus more on cryptocurrency there. But I on and off bring some stuff that maybe they can play. Because there are also viewers of my channel who actually are Brazilians who live in the US and have access to those stocks. But just a quick fun thing about me, I guess, that I'm sharing here with you guys. But anyways, here we go. And I was just finishing up a live in Portuguese now, and I was showing them around, showing them some new coins that I was introduced to that I'll be bringing to you guys soon. I'm just gonna talk about them real quick, like just gonna show you the tickers and what they are, and then eventually I'm gonna bring some more info about them. So let's start real quick with the Bitcoin. See where Bitcoin's at. So here's Bitcoin, US dollar. Beautiful. It formed a U shape here, bottoming at the support. Very strong support. Look how it's holding up beautifully, and is following the channel, the uptrend channel that it's formed over here on the longer term on the Bitcoin. See, look where this channel is coming from. Look at this beautiful uptrend. Gorgeous uptrend. Gorgeous. Got a little disrupted here, but came right back. So, right, beautiful. Up, up, up. That's what I want to do. Yeah, there you go. Come back down. So starting Monday, a little bit bullish, barely moving, 0.15%. Not really doing much, but it's up, right? I mean, I'll take that. At least it's not breaking support. It looks like support is really holding. There was good amount of buyers here, not very much sellers. There were some sellers here for sure, but there were also buyers. They weren't able to sell it off down from the support, which is good news. good strong bullish news for Bitcoin. Also look at the 9 moving average here. The 9 moving average. Remember the moving average that we're looking at the stocks back at the other platform? They also have, but this one is a different one. This is a 9 weekly moving average. Those moving averages we were looking at before, those are daily moving average, right? They are based on daily candles, right? So the 9 there, it's based on the 9 previous days candles. Here it's the weekly, so it's the 9 weeks prior to this one, right? So it's more similar to the 50-day moving average when we're looking on a daily charts. So bullish, really like tipping up here, really pointing up as if you want a big parabolic wave on the way up. If that's what's going to give us, who knows? The market does whatever the heck it wants. We just react to it, plan accordingly, protect ourselves and position ourselves for success and minor losses, if any. Okay, so here it is, Bitcoin, beautifully. New chart weekly. Look at that beautiful trend too. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Look at the weekly. Confirming trend. Let me delete this here because there you go. Makes it easier for you guys to see. See how it's trending up on the little support, beautifully holding up on the uptrend. Beautiful. Bitcoin, USD, beautiful. Now here is the Bitcoin against the dominance of the altcoins, right? So this is what Bitcoin is doing against the altcoins lately. So Bitcoin is kind of going sideways for a few weeks back here now, like actually a few months, especially because we're looking at the weekly. Okay, let's go back to the daily. There you go. Look how long Bitcoin dominance has been going sideways. It's been going sideways for a long time. It hits top, hits bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, but it doesn't come off this. So here we saw altcoins performing better. Here Bitcoin was performing better. Then it came down. Altcoins performed a little bit better in the few last weeks, and then it kind of both went sideways. Now, maybe a handful of altcoins did well in the last week or two, but the rest of the altcoins just really didn't do much of anything at all, and nor did Bitcoin. So that's why we see a very sideways trend here. It's because literally doesn't happen much in the market in the last week and a half. So that's the Bitcoin dominance chart. Let's jump real quick to Ethereum. So many drawings I was doing on my Brazilian live over there, my Portuguese live. If you speak Portuguese, I recommend you to watch. It's very funny. That people crack me up. Brazilians, man, they're funny as heck, dude. I tell you that. A lot of good friends watch it. They come in, they ask questions, they share. I've learned a couple of new good coins this week with them. 2 new coins that were actually 3 new coins that I just learned in the last couple of days, and one today on the spot on the Brazilian live. I will bring it to you here today, but the other 2 was from one of our participants in our private group, the Portuguese private group at least, right? And I eventually will be creating a private group here for the English channel, where you will be able to collaborate with the other members of the community and learn with each other, help each other, right, and grow with each other and grow together. So look at this beautiful up chart or uptrend chart of the Ethereum. Absolutely gorgeous. It higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, sideways consolidation, higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, lower highs consolidation, which I think will bring us to new all-time highs eventually. Beautiful uptrend, gorgeous. The 9 here on the Ethereum also pointing up, the 9 moving average. This is the weekly moving average. I beg your pardon, it's the 8 weekly moving average. So 8 weeks close. Beautiful. Look at this, pointing up. It really wants to go get it, but will Ethereum wait for it, or will it run in front of? No, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. I hope it doesn't come down here to test it in order to go up again. Because if it does, look, if it does this, it's going to take some time. It's going to come back down here. Then it's going to go up. Then that might be what it does, you know, or even maybe do something like this. Do a double bottom and then go. But look, this is going way too steep, right? Unless this will do this, you know, and that's when we're gonna see a break above again. But I do not see it going below the 8 moving average like it did here. Maybe, but we're too close to the end of the year. Christmas rally, there's big expectations. People willing to throw some more money in the table to get a little bit more return in the end of the year. The markets are going up. Stock market's going up. I don't know. I see this doing this, honestly. Continue uptrend. That's what I see. But let's see what happens. Now, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Another beautiful chart. I'm going to draw it again. I'm going to erase what I did for the other crew, for the Brazilian crew. And I will do this for you guys too. So, it's a neck. I'm going to erase the neck. I'm going to erase the high, the shoulder, the other shoulders. Come here. The other shoulder. I'm going to erase this. And I'm going to erase this. All right. So, this is what this did. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin. That's how many Bitcoins you need to buy an Ethereum. You need 0.07 Bitcoins to buy one Ethereum. Sorry, I'll keep banging here already. Heard from other people that it actually makes a big noise in the other side over there. So my apologies. So there you go. It made a shoulder, a head, and is making another shoulder here. This is a first top of the neck. This will be the second top of the neck. When it breaks this, it's a very strong bullish signal. It's what it's called an inverted head and shoulders because it's inverted right now, right? The head is pointing down and the shoulders are pointing down. If it was a regular head and shoulders, would be like this, right? There you go. Almost like a cactus. So it's inverted right now, so it's a bullish pattern. If it was a regular, so it will be a bearish setup, but this is a bullish setup. This is kind of what it's doing. Did a little double bottom as well over here, like touched the bottom here a couple of times. We call it a double bottom, which is also another strong bullish setup. So we're seeing Ethereum gain momentum in the short term after losing momentum against Bitcoin, but in the long run, Ethereum keeps gaining momentum over Bitcoin in terms of percentage of gains. Of course, Bitcoin got to a place where it's very hard to double or triple its value like that quickly, right? I mean, it still does at times, but it's harder because it's such a big market cap, $1.3 trillion. Ethereum a little bit easier, even though it's a $500 billion market cap. It's still much less than $1.2, $1.3 trillion of the Bitcoin market cap. So we could still see a double in price to get closer to what Bitcoin is. But I think if Ethereum doubles, of price, Bitcoin probably would have gained a solid 50 to 75% on value as well, right? I don't think we would see Ethereum double and Bitcoin do nothing or do 20%. Probably not. It probably wouldn't do double, but it would get pretty close to, I would say, 75% at least. So I would say 50 to 75% gain in Bitcoin if Ethereum double. And in the long run, Ethereum will continue to gain price, I believe, and we will continue to see an uptrend of the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So this was it. I'm gonna talk just really quick because we've been going on for 1 hour and 10 minutes. This is the first video ever, so fuck it. Let's do whatever we want. I will do whatever I want in this video, and I'm gonna take time to show all of it. I'm gonna be quicker in the next videos. I'm gonna go straight to the point. I'm not gonna be talking around very much. I'm gonna show some charts, and that's it. I'm gonna try to make as many videos as I possibly can with the other stuff, with the more of the mind, of course, the strategies and risk reward system understanding, but when it comes to graphic, I'm gonna try to make some quick videos in the future. Okay, so Shiba, I'm gonna Shiba just because everybody's talking about Shiba. I already sold all my Shiba way up here. I sold most of it up here. When it gave me this, I'm like, yeah, thank you. I sold closer to here, not to the top, but closer to here. And then I was like, fuck this. I'm out of 75% of my position. I already had gained 3x with Shiba. Pretty happy. I thought it was going to be harder to get up and keep on going up. We had already almost like a $50 billion market cap, some crazy number like that. I'm like, dude, that thing can go to 100, 150. Yeah, not very likely though. After that much run, then I saw the rest of around here. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be holding this. This does not look good. Look what's been doing. Skiing pushing down. Kevin, I know you bought it. 505, dude, which is absolutely insane. Great, good for you, brother. You bought it at a very good price. Kevin bought it right here, dude. Right around here. No. It's one. It's zero. It's a lot of freaking zeros here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Look where Kevin bought. Kevin bought right here, dude. Right here. No, 505. Even lower. Look at the size of the gains. Kevin, I gotta give it to you, bro. I'm gonna show these people how to make money. Oh, look. At some point, Kevin had made 1,300% gain. That's insane. It's all right. Right now, he's still at 730% gain. Not bad at all, dude. I don't think he's selling. And to be honest, considering what he paid, I don't think he should sell either. I mean, he does whatever he does, not telling you what to do, not a financial advisor. But if you bought that low, I mean, I'm hoping you would have taken some profit off the table. And that's something I've shared with Kevin when I met him, and he's like, I've never heard of that. That actually makes sense. When I told him, I was like, dude, I mean, you can hold a little longer sometimes, but the right thing to do really would be like, you first doubled your money, take the fucking initial capital out and leave it risk-free. Leave it what I call it, what I like to call it, infinite return. Because that's infinite return. Whatever you gain from that, it's infinite. It can be infinite. And you're not gonna lose a penny in the investment ever, because you already took your first initial capital out. You're just playing with the house money. You already got your money out. You're just playing with the house money. That's what casinos do. That's what big boys do, right? They take the risk off the table. Makes it a lot easier on you. Your emotionals become so much easier when you don't have any more penny on the table and you have the money on the table and you're like, That's free money for me now. Fuck it. So much better. And Kevin was like, dude, that makes so much sense. Like, there you go, Kevin. Subscribe to my channel, man. I hope you're watching this video. If you are, good shout out to you. It was a pleasure meeting you. So anyways, remember that, right? Take a little bit off the table. When you have good profits like that, take some off the table, dude. You know, it never hurts. You don't want to take everything on the table. You're a hodler. Sounds good, bro. But, you know, take a little bit. Take the initial capital. You made 1,500%. Dude, take whatever you put in out, you know, and live it. Fuck it. Live it forever, you know. That's not gonna be the difference that you're not gonna make it if the thing, right, really explodes. You're still gonna have enough money in the table that it's still gonna blow up. It's still gonna be king, you know. But you're more likely to not become, you know, a you know, I don't know, a guy, you know, dying on the street, you know, starving, you know, like, I don't know. So that's Shiba. That's a heck of a long life, 1 hour 15. Anyways, if you're not watching, shame on you, missing out some good info right here. Shiba Inu, there you go. Shiba Inu, sideways right now, holding strong support. Can't deny. As long as you keep holding support, you know, it's good enough. Not having any momentum up, even though seems that the trend is going up here on the 8 moving average, but not a whole lot really happening. So I'm gonna analyze Mana, of course. Mana has been on fire. It hit support here and he wants to break the support. I know he does. As soon as he breaks it, he's gonna do this, I think. Gonna break support. Well, resistant. It's gonna come tested as support and then to the moon. I got in around here, somewhere here, boom. When it crossed the resistance here and it broke this, I got in, holding, because I believe that it's gonna do this, right? You can do this, come back more. I don't think it's gonna do that though. It does whatever you want to do it, but if the market keeps going where it's going, and Mana or Decentraland, which is a big game that's coming out on the metaverse world, it's really taking its name to the masses, and people are learning more and more about Decentraland, about this whole NFT crypto space and metaverse space, especially with Facebook changing its company from face shit to metaverse, rebranding to try to stay alive and try to cater to the younger crowd who was not at Facebook any longer or never was, right? The younger crowd never joined Facebook. They maybe have Instagram or TikTok, but Facebook's mostly for business and older folks, right? Your aunt or your, you know, your aunt and your gray aunt who wants to see picture of the kids or something, you know. So there you go. That was a big rebrand from Facebook to try to enter this new world of virtual reality and augmented reality, right? But who knows? I mean, definitely will play a future in society. I hope not as big as Facebook's expecting, because I'm more of a face-to-face interaction kind of person, right? Even though we are here on the virtual world in a way, broadcasting live to all over the world, I am still the kind of person that likes to live in the real world. I don't want to put, you know, like a VR and pretend I'm living in a world where, I don't know, where you can do whatever you want, be whoever you want to be, right? On this matrix crazy world, but here in reality, you can do it. You can do it, right? I mean, so you gotta go live in this crazy virtual reality world to try to be something you can be in real life, because you're whatever, you're not, you know, courageous enough, you're not brave enough, or, well, for whatever reason, right? But I don't know. I'm kind of scared a little bit. I think it could be fun to be played a little bit here as games and all that, but it can be dangerous, like especially coming from Mark Zuckerberg, dude. Whoo, I don't know. I have my doubts, but let's see what happens. So Mana, there you go, huge player on the crypto world in the gaming and NFT space. So it's been skyrocketing. Look where he was at zero point 0.8, and he went shot up to like 5 cents. You went over from March at 60 cents to 5. It's like 1000%. And that's what crypto only does. You're very rarely gonna find something like this in the stock market. There are cases, of course, maybe not like this all the time, but there are. If you look at NIO, the electric vehicle in China went from $3 when I started trading NIO to over $75 at some point. That's absolutely insane. And it was just in a matter of months. I think it was like 6 months or something. It went up like 15, 1800%, some crazy number like that. I'm like, dude, that's insane. I didn't get all of the upside, I tell you that. I did get some of the upside, but I was always so baffled how much it had gone up. I'm like, dude, I am sitting this out for a little bit because he can't keep on going up, and the thing would just keep on chugging along and keep on going up. I'm like, what the fuck? I was me talking with another trader friend, investor, and he would be the same. He's like, dude, how do we get in now? Right? And so he kind of missed most of those gains, to be honest. But I'm sure somebody made that money. I'm sure somebody went along all the way and fucking made a ton of money. But good for them. And hey, this is it, man. But there's always opportunities out there. There will be another Neo eventually. There will be another, whatever. There will be another Mana, in the crypto space. There has been even bigger Manas out there. So, but good play, Mana. I mean it. Got here. I'm not a holder for life. It's more of a swing position trade. Just gonna ride the wave on the way up and eventually gonna sell it. But I do think in the long run, if it stays around, you will eventually crash again when the winter crypto comes around. But if it shows me sign of survival after the winter crypto, I may buy Mana again. But I will be dollarizing during the next crypto winter because Bitcoin crashes, everything else absolutely melts. It just like literally zero is the lowest it can get. It's like from the floor you won't go. I tell you that, but it can absolutely go to the floor. No doubt about that. So if you're holding some like altcoins, some shit coins during the winter crypto, you're gonna see your whole fucking portfolio disappear, dude. I tell you that. Um, Believe me or not, that's what will happen because that's what happens when we have a crypto winter or a bear market in the crypto space. Bitcoins falls 50, 70%, altcoins fall 99%. Yeah, no, go see what ADA has done in the past. Go see what some of these altcoins have done in the past. But Ethereum fell to 80 bucks. Nobody fucking wanted Ethereum. Now it's at almost 5 grand. Now everybody wants it, right? Go figure. That's when the people make money, the smart people, man. That's what Warren Buffett says. That's some of his principles that will live forever, He might be wrong about a bunch of stuff because he's getting older and he sees the world a different way than most younger people see it. I think Bitcoin will play a big role and blockchain plays a big role in society and disruption of technologies, industries, and the way we live. And I think he's wrong about that. Um, but he's right about one thing. It's about a ton of things actually. But one of the things is that Be fearful when the market is greedy, and be greedy when the market is fearful, or when other people are fearful and greedy, right? So when markets are trucking all the way up, everybody's fucking piling in. What do? That's when you should start selling your gains. You know, it's already, you're like, dude, that, like, you can always go higher, but that's why I don't sell everything. Sell a little bit, sell a little bit, sell a little bit. When you start falling, then you keep on selling, you know, until you're past all of your positions. But then when everything is at the cheap, then you gotta dig deep, you know, and punch some bodies laying around to see who's alive and be like, well, these guys are alive, these projects are still living on, and then start piling in on these projects at the very dirt cheap prices, you know, and just believe that the company will thrive in the next, you know, 2, 3, 4 years. Because then that's when you're gonna see your money really multiply, right? Very tough to do, you know, it takes time, education, and butt on the chair, reading and analyzing and understanding and watching and really paying attention to this project and trying to figure out for yourself um, what's worth to be buying or not. But anyways, went a little too deep on that. Here's mana for you guys. I've learned this week about this XVG, amazing play, absolutely cheap. Still a 500 million dollar market cap company. I really believe has a potential to triple or 4x in the coming future, in the near future. Hold on here. Look at this beautiful chart. It's at 3 cents right now. It broke resistance, tracked down to support, strong support, beautiful support. I believe this is what's going to do. And it's going to continue to go higher. It's going to hit the stop again, retrace, and then go back. Not necessarily to this extent, but somewhat what's going to do, I think. So beautiful. Verge, it's right here. It's a crypto wallet. The idea for them, it is open source, which I absolutely fucking love it. You know, it's a 100% open source. Our project, it's run entirely by volunteer, community members, and dedicated individuals who wish to make a difference in the world. I like that. Engineers that are knowledgeable about it can contribute and make this platform even better. I really like open source development because it's not a centralized decision making type of company, right? Or type of project. It's a community based driven decision making, which I believe it tends to have better outcomes in general for society and for the project itself in the long run, right? Because you always have people and productivity and efficacy and better usability. You know, it doesn't only look for gains, right? Like, what can we build that will make us money? It's like, no, what can we build that will actually make things work fucking better, right? And that's what crypto is really revolutionizing. Yeah, there's money, there's that greed also involved, of course, but with open source projects, not really there, man. You know, it's really people driven, it's really community driven, right? It's like volunteers that actually work to improve the product. I think that's absolutely amazing. So it's a digital currency designed for everyday use. Well, I have to dig deeper into how the actually technology works, but it just simplified digital payments through our Verge Pay applications powered by blockchain technology, whatever that is. What I believe it's doing is just simply it's a wallet that you can keep your coins, your tokens, your currencies in, and it makes it easy for you to go make a payment. You go to the, I don't know, you go to no, I hope you don't go to fucking McDonald's. You go to, I don't know, you go to a bar with your friends. I don't know, you go to a shop to buy a shirt. And then it was like, well, you can just simply, just like you pay with your PayPal or whatever, you can just scan the barcode on the screen on the store in the store, and then you can just probably select, right, what kind of currency you want to use, what kind of token you want to use, and bang, and it pays with that. Or you want to send money to friends, like with Venmo and stuff, you can just like, hey, I want to send this coin to this friend, and makes it easier to do so. Because that's one of the things that's the hardest at the blockchain, the cryptocurrency market, and technology these days. It's that it's yet not very easy to use. Sorry, it's getting fucking 12:20, and but I'm still going, and so it's not very easy to use. It's not very usable, right? So it's very complicated to use. That's why I'm here, to try to make it easier for you to understand. And it's hard enough sometimes for me to understand all of that because it's so complex. But that's what this company is trying to do. It's trying to make it easier for you to do these transactions, to have these tokens in your wallet, an app on your phone, and try to simplify and bring it blockchain into everyday life. So I really like the project. Seems nice. The app seems cool. I have not yet downloaded. I have not yet tested. So I'm not recommending it. What I recommend is for you to do your own fucking due diligence and go and read for yourself and see if it's a good investment or a good trade for you. See if it's a project you want to get into. See what you like. Download. Go do some more analysis on it. This is my analysis. If I like it, I will buy some. I will speculate a little bit of money in that, but I'm not very sure just yet. I'm still gonna dig in just a little bit more, especially because all my money is practically invested. And I just got out of one position, so I do have some money left, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put my money next. And this may be one of the candidates. Another one is Jetstar. Here, I do not know a whole lot about it. To be honest, it was just brought by one of our members at my Brazilian channel, and I'm bringing it direct to you here. And apparently, very hot new opportunity in the crypto space as well. So we'll be looking for this two tickers, and then there's D-Race too that we just learned today on the live. One of our members brought us another $600 billion, $600 million market cap company, still somewhat pretty small. Derek, D-Race, it's an NFT system that's gonna allow you to bet on horse races and NFT for games as well. So they're gonna focus on betting in games. So there's definitely a big market for that. I've heard opposed opinions in the group when somebody presented the idea. Some were excited, some were like, well, I don't think about betting is a good idea, all of that. Hey, you have your own beliefs, I have my own, the other person have their own beliefs. I'm here to bring you the opportunities. If you want to take it, it's up to you. If I want to take it, it's only up to me. I'm not going to take it because you're asking me to take it. You should never do that as well. Whether it's me, I'm first of all never going to tell you, you should buy this, you should buy that. You should invest in yourself. First of all, that's what I've always said. That's the only thing I should say that you should invest. It's in yourself. Other than I think Bitcoin, you should only buy and never sell. But I mean, I think there are times that you can sell it just to rebuy at lower prices. But anyways, still not a recommendation. But I think it's something you should take consider it seriously. So, anyways, we're gonna bring D-Race as well. It's a small company, market cap small on the Ethereum blockchain. Look at the chart. Chart's still pretty interesting. Let's see here real quick. Chart of 1 month. There you go. Jesus, nobody's gonna watch this 2 hours, but that's okay. It was just my first video. I needed to do this. 1 hour and a half. Holy mother. And there's no charge. Anyways, keep an eye. I'll bring them later again. Just wanted to thank you all. First video of my English channel. Smart Money with Thiago Malena. If you like the content, press the like button, gives a thumbs up. Also subscribe and punch in the little bell right there so you can get notifications from YouTube when we go live or post new videos. Thank you very much. Apologize, so tired, ended up making a long video, but hanging there. It's only getting better from here. As I do more of this, I'll eventually learn how to be quicker, more on point, shorter videos, direct, and bring you some knowledge into your mind. Okay? Thanks so much one more time. Have a great week, and I will see you guys on my next video.